Yes, welcome to Wright in the Coombe. The usual team are back. How we doing, guys? All right?
Aye, magic.
Derek's still sitting there for Tuesday. Just left him sitting talking, by the way.
I've missed them.
Unbelievable.
Good performance.
No.
I miss you.
But it's not the same with this man here. You know, I
Yeah,
feel comfortable now. I felt a wee bit on edge the other day, but now I've got Mackie beside me.
Frank, were you a wee bit
Tuesday.
annoyed? You didn't get in.
No. I was on before, wasn't I? I mean, I broke my dog on.
Oh, so you did Bobby the dog on it.
Simon, tell them. Put my house.
Oh, this man's getting a new house. Where is it? It's going to be Anderson.
Yes, Anderson, well done. And it's 6 days on the waiting list, but honestly, as soon as the COVID all goes, you three are the first party we're going to have. Think at the West End, the parties you can have up there.
How many bedrooms is it?
Brilliant.
Just a wee single, Simon.
Is that one bed?
No, 2 bed.
Is it 2 bed?
You getting a sauna in there for him?
Sauna.
He likes a sauna.
Brilliant.
Any request you want. I'm just
I
going
was
to
the
say
house, innit? I moved into Judas's when I come up. When he came up and I moved in there, I rented the house. He went to France and I went. One of his bedrooms he turned into a sauna. Oh, it was brilliant.
What did you stay in there?
I just left it on before I went out. Couldn't believe I left it on.
Brilliant.
Oh, it was brilliant.
Any
Parties used to have in there.
Any stories for the sauna?
No, can't.
Is there any sort of
Everyone's
mediocre?
married and all that now.
I'm going to turn it into, but it's not going to be any normal room, living room, kitchen, or that. I'm just going to have game rooms and be mental, mate.
What about like pictures and that? What kind of pictures will be able to know?
I know what pictures I want, Simon. Do you know what I mean? Page 3 and all that type up.
Aye.
Framed.
Will there be a cage in there with somebody tied up?
Stevie Friel.
Love big Stevie up. I really do. What a man. No, but that's it, Simon. I'm going to be getting me. Time to step my 2 feet now. Do you know what I mean? Time to grow up.
By the way, just for the two older boys,
Listen, it's never, don't grow up.
Never too old to get tied up, did you say?
No, don't grow up, I says.
All right.
Don't do that.
By the way, you used to watch yourself the other day, sliding in it.
Certainly is. Where are you going with that?
Please don't be me. Please don't be me. Please don't be me.
No, I'll leave it there. Right, Rangers.
Simon.
Oh, sorry.
Leaderboard.
Sorry, mate. I was thinking about you sliding about. Thinking about you and Paul Tim sliding about with the legs.
I know I love sliding.
In a cage.
Do you like sliding a bit?
I like sliding a bit,
Do you oil yourself
Can't
up?
beat it.
Joe, what?
Do you like that? Oil yourself up at night?
It depends who you're with.
Aye, of course.
Is that all that stuff?
Aye.
Right, Simon, right on the leaderboard today. Is there going to be, can you get a minute on the clock for me?
Right, 1 minute.
Are you going to do this in a minute?
I'm not trying to rush this, I'm just trying to show you I can do different variations.
Okay, brilliant.
Why don't we go a minute and a half?
Minute
Give
and a
yourself
half,
plenty of
right,
time. Ready?
Simon, come up with something when it goes a minute and a half, shoot me off.
I'll shoot
Right,
you.
okay. Shoot you off.
I'll shoot you off, just get the gun out.
Right, ready to go? Wait, are you full? Is that fully loaded today, or have you emptied it before
I've
you
been fully loaded for a long time, Simon.
Right, a minute and a half, let's go!
Oh, you want to see me last night in the Call of Duty?
You got a minute and a half?
Sorry, here we
Hurry
go.
up.
Right, okay, Simon, didn't have a massive winner last week, but we still had 9 people shared the winning prize of £1,000 each.
Brilliant.
Okay, Simon, congratulations to Danny Thompson 24, Questy, PJB 92, Telmac 87, See Me, CM 2406, Ryan T95, Blair the Baldy, and Boogie Bear 69.
Yes, sir.
I can boogie if I need a certain song.
Never did
I
that.
can boogie all night long. That's dedicated to Boogie the Bear. The embarrassment. Okay, Simon, the monthly leaderboard.
You've got 10 seconds.
I've actually. Right, Simon, the monthly leaderboard goes very tight at the top. Top of your choice, make sure you keep on battling in there because you get a top of your choice. I was going to ask you what top you would pick. We'll leave that to next week. Okay, this is the leaderboard. Jordan Clark, 11 points. XGS Sports, Conjam, Andy B, Crambo 1874, and Wesley Sider. I like that. Wesley Sider.
Good.
Like Snyder,
I like Snyder.
On to the pundits,
Is that
guys.
jacket no fucking Schneider?
Yeah. Well, did you like my jacket? St Mirren for you.
Love it.
Oh, it's what it is, St Mirren,
St
isn't it?
Mirren, man. I like them.
You could be like the St Mirren chief exec or something.
really like
Buddies,
St Mirren, mate,
I'll get
seriously.
Tony to give you a job.
Gonna?
Tony Fitzpatrick, aye.
Don't know what I
Good
could
man.
do, but like people, the guys that walk about before the game, see. Do you know what I mean?
Entertainment. Why don't you do entertainment before the games?
Aye, but no one like a big costume, fuck. You know what I mean? Know what about it? What is this St Mirren? one. See the...
Panda.
Is it a panda? Oh, okay, we've got a panda.
Explain the panda.
Right, pundits. By the way, it was a poor week for us. I got 3 points, the worst we've ever done.
Aye.
I'm in 2,289th. Frank, 4 points on 1,405th. And Derek Ferguson, the winner again out of us, 460th.
What a week it's been for Derek. The podcast, leaderboard.
Aye,
Thank you
you
very
get
much.
3.
You're actually, it's a genuinely you're taking over me.
You know what he needs to go and do?
We should have to wear a jacket like that.
Yeah, if you win.
Aye. You need to produce a.
Do you know what you should go and do, Tom?
Jacket.
I went like your house.
Oh, aye. Well, Granny Fergie. Aye.
Derek, I'd love it. See, each show, could we get an accent off? Because that accent, Barry Beans was brilliant.
Barry
Is that
Beans.
just the only
Have you
accent
looked it up? I wasn't kidding you, John. It was bang on. It was an HP Beans advert, and obviously it had an influence on me. And I just can't believe my mum and dad let me name my wee brother. But
So they were all, you just went call him Barry and they went right.
I
Thank you.
called him.
You know, call him Heinz then.
well, it was HP.
I know.
That's no Heinz. Different mate.
How was that?
You go on.
How was that? Was HP, was it?
He actually himself is a midfielder.
Do you like beans?
Well, I love beans and toast. Favourite meal when I went to Blackpool?
Why only in Blackpool? Why is only your favourite meal in Blackpool?
Because I've got good memories of Blackpool. So I have. Why are we talking about beans? Because of that, right?
Aye.
Where were you going with the beans?
This is you're now on 3 minutes, so you fucked it.
For fuck's sake. That's me ended, Simon.
Aye, well done.
To play, download the Who Knows When app and join the Open Goal League for your chance to win.
I want to be a part of it.
Why is it we use
New York, New York. Here, see if I can just change that. Here, Simon, the pin for the main league is RITC 21.
Yeah, it's good. Well done.
What was that
Paul.
on there?
3 minutes 33 seconds. You were close.
Sometimes I get carried away, don't I?
Right, here we go. You ready for the football?
Oh, aye.
We've got inside knowledge. Scott Wright's going to Rangers. Derek Ferguson's confirmed it.
I certainly have not. But no,
He's a bit about him. He's been good this season,
well,
hasn't he?
he's a talented boy. 23-year-old. He's not played a lot of football. I think he started this season pretty well. I think it'll be a disappointment for a lot of, not just the manager, McInnes, but a lot of the Aberdeen fans.
Aye.
He's been brought through the academy, a lot of time and effort, so went into Scott. And when it's coming to fruition, like you're just starting to see the benefits of all that hard work. It looks as if he's going to leave, and it could be in this window. If it does, I think there's a wee deal to be done. We've got obviously the boy Stuart, who's can't break into the first team, even the squad at times. He might end up back. Pittodrie, something might happen with McCrory. But the one thing about Scott, right, is that the talent is there. There's no question about that. But for him as well, he needs to get games under his belt. If he goes to Rangers, will he play? I don't think so. You know, he'll be a squad player. So he's got a big decision to make, the young man. So I'm not so sure. I think the best bet would to leave him at Rangers, Aberdeen to the end of the season, get more games under his belt, which would be beneficial, and then come to some sort of agreement. But his talent's no in doubt, that's for sure.
Frank, is that what Rangers need, a goalkeeper?
It must be hard for Derek. It must be hard for McInnes because every time he gets a half decent team, they just sell him. And we talk about it every year, don't we? Talk about it all the time. He's just the temperament he's got as a manager. It must be incredible. I mean, up there every year you just get something, you're just doing something, then all of a sudden a couple of your players are away. It must be hard, but he's doing well. It's another player coming through, as you say, Derek, but I don't know if he'd play, would he?
Is he good enough for Rangers, Paul?
I bet, is he going to play? That's the biggest
Advice
thing.
I would say to him, Simon, don't go.
All right, you making a play?
Too many young guys for myself that done it. Now I'll tell you right now, I was good enough to go and start for Celtic when I went.
I know you
there.
were, mate. I know
You know
you
what I mean? So I'm not going to mess about. But as Derek said, when you go there, you don't want to be a squad player.
No.
It might take you 6 months, a year to get in. And seeing that 6 months in a year, there could be a player playing first team football week in, week out, and Gerrard goes, but that boy's playing every single week. He's ready for my team. If the boy comes and he's no right at it, sign with Rangers when you're ready to go into the first team.
Aye.
It's always going to be a challenge, but I think he's not at the stage yet that he'll be considered to start. Unless the boy is...
But should you know back yourself that you are ready?
Maybe he's
you
good.
can go
If he's
for?
good enough, then I
Yeah.
would say go. I don't know if I'm not sure. I've not seen a lot of the guy, but I think he might be.
I think every player would back himself. You know, you've got to have that inner confidence in yourself. But he's not a young man, he's 23. I've always said that once you hit the ripe old age of 21, don't class yourself as a
Young
youngster.
player.
You're a man, you know, but it's the amount of games, his injury problems, he's been in loan, his ability, we're no doubting that, but I just think that the guy needs games under his belt. But Mark is just alluding to there, if he goes to Rangers, you're saying, Slaney, will he get into that first 11? I don't think so. You know, so I think he'd be a bit part player.
But
I
see
just
that
think he's a
wide
guy, he needs to play football.
That wide right spot, Derek, nobody's really nailed it down for Rangers.
Well, the other thing is, we don't know what's happening behind the scenes at Rangers.
Yeah.
Is somebody coming in for Kent? Is there there obviously has been interest for Leeds United at certain times, so maybe there's something happening there. Maybe they'll look at him as a replacement, but I just think for Scott Wright, he needs to get more games under his belt, certainly. And if he goes to Rangers, I don't think he'll get that game time. Maybe there's a team in England that might interest him, but he's going to go somewhere where he's playing, that's for sure. But at Aberdeen, he's well thought of. He's going to play if he's fit.
He's been linked with Dagenham and Redbridge in England. Paul, you've got a fantastic question about pressure.
That's what you can read my mind. I love that, Simon. I'm going to ask Frank. Frank, for me and you, I remember we both sat down, we looked at the fixture list of Rangers.
When was this?
Aye.
2 weeks ago, Simon?
2 weeks ago, aye.
We sat down, we looked at the fixture list and we thought, this is the biggest month for Rangers this season, the pressure in January. We know they've struggled in the past and had really hard fixtures. Do you think the situation at Celtic has taken that pressure off Rangers a wee bit?
I think so. I think it's got to. I mean, I think the season went the other night there when they scored Nisbet scored in the last minute or whatever. I think that was it for Celtic. It's not mathematically, but I think, you know, being honest about it and being realistic, they've got no chance now. And it's going to be the same like the weekend, isn't it, for Celtic? Because it's the team of the weekend. So now I can see Livingston beating them.
No.
Didn't you?
Telling you,
Bro,
what are young boys playing for Celtic? Tell you what, Livingston's been on fire, but they're a form team.
Yeah.
Celtic's not.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
It's just the young boys if they can handle it. I think there was too many on it, especially in the second half. He put too many boys on, young, like wee kids. You know, I don't know who made that decision, whether it was Strachan, but there's no way I'd have took Roger off. You know, I'd have kept him on because he can keep the ball and his experience and
Mark,
you know, just
what is
things
it with
like that.
Rogic that he
I don't
only
know.
plays 60, 70 minutes? I can't.
I don't know. I don't get it.
I can't
I don't
believe
get
how
it.
that. Do you think surely he can play full 90 minutes?
Well, if he's not fit enough, then surely somebody's got to say, well, I'll get him fit. You know,
It's been 6 years though, innit? He's been like that for 6 years.
Talented player, isn't he?
Paddy McCourt was the
player.
same kind
Yeah.
of player, and I'm going, what? Just take him and...
See, Paddy could play for 90. I always thought Paddy could play for 90 minutes. I think it's just easy just to take him off after 60.
I think Rodgers
and
just an
70.
easy one to take off because he accepts it, and it's just... I don't think it's right, because I think he's a really good player.
Yeah.
I really do.
Derek, I was excited to see Gerrard saying he'd love to manage Liverpool one day.
I was excited to see.
Aye, and there was
But this month...
aye, hopefully. But supposedly hearsay, and I don't want to go in, I can't name names, but you know, I know a few people at Liverpool, genuinely.
Yeah.
And there is talk of Jurgen Klopp leaving in the summer. So, can you see Gerrard going to Liverpool?
Certainty.
Is it too early for him in his career?
I think so, but do you know something? Listen, nothing's won
No,
yet,
no.
right? But, and the but is, if Steven Gerrard is to win the league title this season, and when the fans come back, I think it will hit him, the realisation, the club that he's at,
What
because
he's done.
I think the fans already, they adore him, they think the world of him. I think behind the scenes, in terms of the players, the staff, the board, they've got so much respect for him, and if he is to go over the line and the fans come back and we can all get back to normality or some sort of normality, meeting up with people, and I think he'll realise that he's a phenomenal club, and I think he could stay there for quite a few
I
years.
think so.
Well, you think he'll go, Frank?
I think he'll go at the end of the season.
No.
I think he'll win the league.
Champions League might keep
He'll win the league. Win the league and just, I think it'll just...
Do you know he'd want a
Yeah,
crack?
but
who do you think-
he's
sorry, who do you
looking-
think
he's
will
looking at he's looking at Lampard, right? Didn't it?
Who do you think will leave in the summer? Klopp or Gerrard?
I think two of them, maybe. I think Klopp will move on. I think he's getting a hard time down there because all the injuries, and I know winning and not playing as good as what they did last year, and he's getting a hard time.
So see what I was saying there,
All of a sudden, the momentum's gone. People start. You know what it's like with social media now. People start slagging off Klopp, and all of
Klopp
a
will
sudden-
not leave Liverpool, surely.
I hope no. But listen, he's going to go down there, and I think he's learnt his trade. he'll look at Lampard, Frank Lampard, great job, but you know, at Chelsea, and Arteta at Arsenal, and Rooney's now in at Derby, but it's incredible how much he'll be looking there and saying, I can do that in the Premiership.
So I gave you kind of reasons why
thing. I know.
Why I don't think he will leave. But the other one I was wanting to add was he's still a young manager.
Aye.
It's been 3 years in the hot seat. He's learning all the time, and year by year he's kicked on a wee bit. He's learned a wee bit more, and I think it'd be. For me, I'd like to see him at Rangers another 2-3 years, to be honest with you. And I think it'd be beneficial to him as well.
He'll be at Rangers for 2 years.
But I think he might. If he wins, he can't go any higher than that. If he wins the league this year and stops Celtic, which he won't do, I think.
If he does get the other
to go there, it's just he's wanting to be so high, and it'll be just incredible. But the biggest thing he's got that's not happening at the other end of the city, and I keep saying it, is his backroom staff. He's got his own people running about, and it's ridiculous.
But it's,
you know, I mean, he's got good players. Gary McCarthy, good football player. You know, good football brain.
Gary McCarthy?
Aye, the other boys.
Top.
So it must be hard at Rangers. It must have been hard at the beginning when they two went in, because they were the two best players in the training pitch. It must have been really hard. You know?
Gary McCarthy's the best corner taker of all time. Remember the corners? Just zinged it.
Gary McCarthy, he was a class act. Yeah. So he was just a classy football player. Classy guy as well.
Apart from when he missed the goal against England for the penalty.
He's bringing a bit of experience into his backroom team into next year. Gerrard bringing a bit of experience in next year. Venables.
Aye.
Doesn't he?
That sure is.
Terry Venables.
No joke, no, genuinely is.
Who is?
Andy was telling us. Andy Harley was telling us.
Who's he bringing in? Who's
Venables?
Terry Venables.
Who?
Gerrard has some of his pals or something. I don't like it. It's not to do with me.
Sings at his club.
Can I just say on Gerrard, just to end this wee bit here with Gerrard? I think he'll stay, and the reason I say that is he wants a crack at the Champions League with Rangers. They've been exceptional in Europa League, but he has to know, obviously, the Champions League, and Gerrard's one of the biggest names in the Champions League history. Do you know what I mean? With the moments he said, I think he want a crack at the Rangers under the Ibrox lights. So,
under the Ibrox lights, right?
Aye, it'll be good. And listen, Celtic in the Champions League as well next year, second place does it, but they're not second place yet, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
And, so no, that's just my wee thing. I think Gerrard will stay for the next couple of seasons, guys.
And then his dream would be to take that Liverpool job.
Yeah.
You know, I could see a guy like Steven Gerrard managing Rangers, managing Liverpool, and then retiring, because I think he's been quoted in the press saying that, you know, he's got to give his family time as well. You know, he's had a brilliant, he's a top player. He's proven that he's a good manager, and he's getting better all the time. And then I think he'll get a certain age where a decision will be made that he needs to, you know, think, I need to spend more time with the family.
To be fair, if I had a missus like that, I'd be wanting to spend a lot of family time. I don't know what to see.
Is that 3 years? Is that 3 years he's been there?
3 years.
3 years.
The problem with Frank down south is, though, I don't know if they'll see this as an achievement, Rangers, because it's a massive achievement what he's done at Rangers, but I don't even know down south if they see that. And that's,
I think the European stuff will help, like you say.
100%,
I know,
Simon.
but the people inside football know the achievement it's been.
Aye, but I'm saying if
to stop Celtic doing the 10 was incredible. That's what they wanted. You know.
Frank, 3 years, is that your longest relationship?
Aye.
What is yours?
That was a long time.
Yeah?
Aye.
This
one's 8.
Is it 8?
9.
Moya?
Aye.
No, this.
No wonder you're sticking about with her.
The love of your life. See,
the one before I was never there.
How boring's what?
See after the first few months, the exciting part, oh, mate, this is rubbish.
No, it gets better. It gets better as you get older.
You're going to use a wee cuddle? No, I mean, I hate that, man.
No, it's not. It gets better as you get older.
I hate that.
Who are you talking about, Paul?
Aye.
No, but you know what I mean? So see after you enjoy yourself a wee bit, you know what I mean?
No.
Yeah.
Get the fuck. No, but I'm serious.
Paul the Tim does the cunt.
No, but Frank, they've got to realise that, and everybody's got to realise. See after it's done.
Get them out.
Get the fuck.
Stop
messing about.
Aye, but when you go into a relationship, you're alright, you know. It's
boring, Frank. What would you do so after you've enjoyed yourself and all that?
Oh, I've sold moats for many years.
You what?
I've sold moats many years. So, too many years.
He's laughing, he doesn't know what
I wore it out.
Honestly, on a more serious point about the Motherwell manager, is it dangerous times that?
I can't go through.
Is it a wee bit more worrying that this manager's come in to Motherwell and gives him a lift for Rangers?
No.
I could have worded that much better.
Yeah.
I think.
Right side, can you take over?
No, you go, mate, you're fine.
I understand what you're saying. I mean, they done all right. It's last week, wasn't it? I thought they played well.
First half they were decent.
I thought they played well, but again, talk about decisions. The penalty, it Strange one, wasn't it?
Was that Bobby?
Bobby.
Bobby gave it, didn't he?
I know.
Aye.
I know.
Was it a penalty, Frank? Nah.
Nah. It wasn't a penalty. If that's a penalty, I shouldn't have been playing a game in the 90s.
How's that?
Terrible. People touch you, you know. Listen, talking about some of the penalty decisions last week, I mean, let's be honest, the Rangers penalty, it was a penalty.
Yeah.
It wasn't a sending off, Derek, was it?
No, I know.
Him by the letter of the law, it's a sending off, but I know what you mean.
It's true. I mean, it was a penalty, but the boy never meant it. It was, and he said to McInnes, he says, if he'd have tackled him, he wouldn't have been off. I'm thinking, what?
It's that law needs
See
to
on
be
this as
changed.
well. I mean, do you see Luke Shaw's tackle? Like people are calling for a red card.
Is that the body check?
No, it's
Is
a
it- is it-
50-50, Derek. He goes in, hits the ball and goes through the guy. But
No, I never seen
Gary
that
Neville
one.
saying, like Gary Neville and Roy Keane wouldn't have finished the game if that's a
I think,
red card.
do you know in this day and age we're all getting a wee bit too precious.
I think so, mate. See, if I got tackled like that, I wouldn't even want to foul.
No,
I don't know if you're going to talk about it, but even the game last night being called off, you know, even with the surface in the park, and I know it looked a bit slippy, it was in places, but in our day and age, I mean, that game goes ahead, no problem, but I just think we're getting a wee bit too precious.
So do
you know.
I.
I watched
Health
the game
and
the other
safety,
night,
I get it to a certain extent, health and safety, but do you know something? Probably, see when the camera switched off, maybe, I don't know if it happened, maybe Livingston went and trained on that part last night. That's what happens. They call the game off and then the team goes out and plays on it, or trains on it, sorry. But I just think we get a wee bit soft, do we know?
Everyone's wanting everyone red carded these days, man. I keep getting red carded. I've had 3 in a year.
That's right. Anyone who does that to the referee should be sent off. They should be sent off themselves just for trying to get somebody else.
Can't
sent
tackle,
off.
man.
I was switching the 2 games on Monday night. I was watching the West Ham. And what a pitch that was.
Stockport have played there, mate.
I know, but it was like a bog, and I thought, wow, it was wonderful to play rush, slide tackling, and just the referee let it go, and it was brilliant.
Battles just came at the game.
It was incredible, but it was
Scary.
the boys rose above it and they got a result, didn't it, West Ham? But it was the pitch was like we played on. That was the ones we played on.
Yeah.
You know, so imagine playing the day. It's like playing on us. It'd be a bit easier than when we played. That's for sure.
On Motherwell, though, they'll need your pal to hit a good game at the weekend.
Who?
Kelly.
I think he's going to be in trouble. I think he'll let a few goals in when he plays it, especially when he plays out in the wing. He's a bit far out.
Well, we heard the other day that the Motherwell manager kind of sways to one side of the city.
Kev Kyle.
Which was a bit of a surprise.
Did I get taken out? Oh, it was not. Right.
So I was quite surprised.
I don't like that.
I was quite surprised.
Who's he swaying to? The green or blue?
I was going to say the good side.
Blue. The green.
But no, I was quite surprised. As you grow up, you grow up. Like, if you're a Glasgow boy, whatever, even in Scotland, you either sway to one side or the other. But no, listen, he's a manager that will be hungry for success. He's had 3 jobs. It's all been done in England. I was wee bit surprised he got the job, but he'll look forward to this game. I think it's a free hit for him because everybody just expects Rangers to go roll them over. So he'll need to come up with a game plan. If he goes toe-to-toe with Rangers, there's only going to be one winner. So he'll need to come up.
I think he will as well. I think that's how he plays, isn't it?
Well, I look at the players that Motherwell have got. Sion, I've said it before, a lot of good attacking players. So, you know, and he's supposed to be quite reserved in the way he plays. You know, at times I've heard that he sets up not to lose a game. But I think with the players he's got at the moment, he'll just need to go and have a go.
Because he pressed St Mirren quite high at the weekend, didn't he?
Aye, you know, and they've got the players to do that. They've got a bit of pace on their side as well. And pace at the top end of the game is so important.
Right, Frank, you've said that you fancy Livingston to beat Celtic.
Well, I think that if they play the same team as the young boys, they've got a chance.
I don't think they've got anyone else to play with, have they?
I know, so I don't know what the situation is, who's going to be available. There was nobody injured, was there, on Monday night, so it's just all the young boys. Well, I wouldn't see by Livingston. They've been playing, he's stuck by them all year. I never, but they're
He's stuck by...
You like Livingston, don't you?
Oh, I thought you thought he was David Martindale.
No, he's stuck by them and said that they've been doing well because he sees them a lot. But I think they'll do well at the weekend, I really do.
Paul, you go with that?
It's going to be tough.
So too many young boys. That's my biggest problem.
It's going to be tough, and they're a well-oiled team, Simon. Now they're really they've really found their niche this season.
The what?
They've found their niche.
Found their niche.
What does that mean?
Have you said that before?
Found their place.
aye.
Found their place.
What does it mean in football terms?
Found
It
it.
just means they've found their niche a wee
The
bit.
mojo.
Found where they should be.
No, but my worry is in the exodus that's happening at Celtic now.
The Exodus?
I think...
There you go.
I think there might be players might see an opportunity now to go in January. I think they're looking at the league now, the route of Europe and stuff, so a lot of players will want to come to Celtic to play in Europe. The route of that now, the leagues, I still think there's a chance, but listen.
Who's going to take them? What kind of teams are going to take them?
I think nowadays, Simon, though, with the agents, they can get moves.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? And I think they might be seen at their agent. I don't know, I could be wrong, but if you're Celtic, would you start rebuilding now? Or is it too early? Would you get the players out, Derek? Hate how he's already started looking at me there.
No, because I'm thinking about what Mark is saying about he really fancies Livingston. I'm looking the opposite. I still think that starting 11 that Celtic have got are good enough to beat Livingston. And what he's got in the sidelines is, we're not just talking about young players, we're talking about good young players. A good pedigree that can come on and affect the game.
There's great young players, but you've got to put them in with
One at a time and
you can't put them on together. It's like playing with the youth team. It's like they're in there and it's no different to them.
But to be fair, there was only one starter that was a young boy. It was the boy Harper.
Aye.
The rest
See,
of
the first 15 minutes I thought he'd done all right.
What was the back
then he
four?
started making the wrong decisions because it's your square date logic.
Yeah.
So listen, that's not the biggest problem. We start with that team, then they should be good enough. But Livingston is a form team at the moment.
These strikers.
Welsh is another young boy, to be fair. Welsh is young. So
there's no strikers, that's the worry.
Is Welsh good enough to I
thought Welsh done well the other night,
I thought he'd done well, but is he good enough to keep a place at Celtic? I just don't know if he's tall enough and for a centre back. I don't know.
The thing is, when they strikers, Livingston are good defensively. And what else Livingston are good at is set pieces, and Celtic are not good at defending set pieces.
They work well as a unit. They're really well organised, aren't they, under Martindale. They've got a bit of hunger. I just like the way they hunt down teams. They'll not give you a minute on the ball, so you've got to have good quality about you. But I think Celtic, for some reason, I'm leaning towards Celtic. I get what you're saying about Livingston. They've been on a brilliant run, but all good runs sometimes will come to an end. And I just think Celtic have everything that's going on behind the scenes and in the press at the minute. I just think the players, maybe just kind of rise to the occasion and maybe give it.
Still early. It's only Thursday. Still early. Something might come out before the weekend.
Do you expect players to go in January, Paul? Do you think they will go this January?
I think they might be actually. Right.
Are you going to say names or?
I think it should be done.
I don't want to just. This isn't throwing anybody under.
No, but just who might leave.
I just look at guys like Ayer and I love Big Chris and Edward and stuff. But I look at the guys and I'm thinking, like, if they want to go at the end of the season.
But imagine the fans of Ayer Edward leaving January after all this has happened.
I think it will happen.
I know, but I don't know if it was they two, but there was obviously certain players that wanted to leave in the summer. So if they wanted to leave then, now if it's almost done.
You can't sell Edward or Ayer in the summer. I don't think.
Nah.
Sorry now.
Would you just keep the same squad?
No, I just don't think they will. I don't think they'll go now.
Biggest problem, people tend to think that if you go in January, it's because you're not wanted somewhere else. So, to bring somebody in, it's players that's not getting a game. That's the only reason they're getting so. Unless you go big money, and everybody's got a price. Everybody's got a price, and even boys at Rangers don't care what they say. Kent's one of the top men. If somebody comes in with a bid big enough, they can't hold them.
No, in January.
They can't hold them. I'm telling you, everybody's got a price. There's no money coming in football with this pandemic. So if somebody comes in with big enough money for Kent, he'll go.
But would you not get the same money from him in the summer after you've won the league? Would you not get the same money for him in the summer?
The team that wants him might go and get somebody else.
All right. Fair point.
Only think the major change that would happen, that I don't think it would be the players, I think it would be the management.
Aye.
Because if you want to get a new manager in, then it'll be up to him to kind of suss who he wants to be there, for the next 2-3 years. So he'll need to have a look at the squad. So I think that's the only change that would be the management.
But Celtic. The biggest problem is nobody's want to come in the now because they'll be the manager. They'll be the manager that loses the 10.
Big decisions
once in a couple of weeks, if they don't win at the weekend, You know, for me, I think there's no way that they can claw that back. I mean, it'll be a bigger comeback than Elvis. You know what I mean? You know.
Is he back? It's what he was doing.
But I saw some last week. You know what I mean? When he came back, it was like everyone shouted. But if Celtic come back for this, then it means that Rangers absolutely collapsed.
Do you believe they can come back?
No. I hate to say it, but no. After that, dropping the 2 points on night, you know, that was a massive. You know, if they could have won that with the kids, then I wouldn't have. I'd have said yeah for the weekend against Livingston, but I just don't. The confidence is shot for them. You know, the confidence for everyone that comes in. Every time there's a free kick, I'm like, it's a goal. Yeah. And it shouldn't be like that. I mean, that's, you know, and I've seen John Kennedy on saying we've got our MMA training. It's sort of defensive. You know, and some of the things that you say they don't do now, crossing and finish. Never see one player at Celtic crossing the ball by the first man now. Yeah, if I was me as a professional, I'd work myself. If I kept hitting the first man, I'd be like, don't care about the coach, I'll go and do it. Get the young kids out and I'll go and keep crossing it for them so that I can just get used to it, running with the ball and crossing that in. It's all about doing your own. You don't have the coaches to tell you. You do it yourself.
Do you know what they need to do?
I just don't see anyone left or right crossing the ball into a box. Edward must be like, any chance of getting it in here? You know, because the keeper could drop it. Like the boy Hazard, I mean, he flapped at the goal at 90 minutes. You know, he flapped, he came out and missed it. And that's what Nisbet scored. So that can happen at the other end. But they don't get the ball in the box enough for me.
Well, I don't think it was hard. I don't think it was the goalie's fault. I think it was
flapped. He came out for once. You come out for it, you got to take
it. I thought he actually only watched the second half. He done all right.
He did pull it.
I think I'd be more inclined to point the finger.
He came out never. The boy got a flick.
Some of the other boys. I think Mark, I'd be inclined.
Nobody was listen. Nisbet
Laxalt gives a ball. Laxalt gives a free kick away. You don't want.
I know.
They're obviously susceptible. Free kicks and all that. So he gives that away, bad decision. But when the ball comes into the box, and I said the other day, Celtic are poor at defending that because they don't win the first ball. Try and win the second ball. They don't even do that. And then you see the three of them on the goal line, you know, no marking the most dangerous player on the park. Nisbet, you know, so it's quite incredible.
As I was talking to somebody, Laxalt should have been out. He was blown out his backside. Half out to go, he should have been. He's one of the ones that should have been off. You know, I think he was one of the ones that should have.
They're trying to send Mo Kamara for cover, aren't they? Try to get Mo back.
See whatever they do.
But see when that ball, the free kicks on that side, Shane Duffy should be the guy. The ball's going to go to the back post for that, isn't it? Shane Duffy should be at the back post trying to header the ball. He's on.
That's his strength.
He's on the front
That's
post.
what he's there for.
He's on the front post. That's why I ain't
That baffles me.
I mean, I had that conversation with you about 3-4 weeks ago. Saying like, about in terms of Duffy, you know, Celtic in possession of the ball all the time, high up the park. What's his weak point is having to turn and run back the way. He's no get great mobility, but what his strength is just heading, kicking it, you know, where the ball comes from. So you're absolutely bang on. When that ball comes in, he should be shoving everybody out the way and saying, "This is my ball. I'm just going to go and win this." And he doesn't. And he was like a bag of jaggy nettles, wasn't even, he goes onto the line, he doesn't even clear it right, so it was just poor for the big man. And
but
do you know,
it's been that way,
that is a move that's not worked out for...
It's been that way for the start of the season.
See what you're talking about Slaney. I think he's the one player that should, for whatever reason, and it hasn't worked out for the boy. He'd be as well going back down south, I think.
A chance he got to Nottingham Forest if they sort that out.
Well, that can be arranged. I think it'd be better for all parties.
But can you consider it for him?
It wouldn't be better for Nottingham Forest, but
but can Celtic
what player is take him.
Celtic if they set a half, Derek. Celtic if they set a half, so could you afford to let him go? Who's going to go and play that?
By the way,
can they not bring somebody in? Is there no some good centre backs?
They've lost out in Benkovic as well, haven't they?
Have they? Who's he went to?
So I heard he's gone to
Belgium team.
Has he, right?
Belgium.
Can I just say, by the way,
Frank,
see whatever Celtic do, they must sign a goalkeeper. They must right now. They can't go for the end of the season with the 3 goalkeepers they've got. That's what I think.
Well, on loan, Paul, or an actual signing of a goalie?
Simon, I would go right back to what Derek said until the new manager comes in. If they do get a new manager in, there's no point in maybe signing players on 5-year deals. He comes in, I don't like him. You're stuck with players at the club. Maybe try to get a good loan deal in. I don't know. Or if there's an option there for a good goalkeeper to come in and you know what you're getting, sign him. But they can't go from now to the end of the season. Because what they're doing at the moment, they're just flicking between the three of them.
Rob Douglas was meant to sign, but he's more got stuck in the snow.
Honestly,
He's still trying to make his way down. Celtic have came out with an apology. Peter Lawwell apologised yesterday. What was your take on it, Frank McAvenny?
It was. Listen, I think what Peter was saying was right, but he should have come out and done it before everyone's shouting about it. But there's a lot of mistakes made. You can't keep blaming Peter Lawwell. Lenny's got to take some blame for this because what was it Julian doing there? He's injured. He's out for 3 months.
I know, but
so he's not there in hot weather training. He can't train. So
was it no more of a team spirit sort of thing, Frank, to get them out there together now?
They're out training. What's he doing?
I know, but at night and after training and stuff like that, because they've not had a chance to socialise with each other.
You can't socialise with yourself.
But you're not allowed to socialise.
2 metres apart.
Listen, he shouldn't have been there. I don't care what anybody says, he shouldn't have been there. He shouldn't have went, he should have got training every day. So that's a big point. That's the first mistake that they made. And then, how can you line the beach with beers? Listen, I get you just arrive there in the morning and you get a day off. I get all that. I mean, listen, I played football, I get it's done. But in today's world with the cameras, it's embarrassing. After getting beat, especially after getting beat with your biggest rivals. I mean, it's well known. We talked about it back in '89 when we got beat with Rangers. We were supposed to be going to Spain. And Big Billy says, "No, you're not going. Simple, you're not going." Because he knew the fans weren't having it. And there was no pandemic. It was just because we get beat with Rangers.
Yeah.
And everyone loved it because of that. And it could have been a time for Lenny to say, "No, we're not going." And it'd have made him better. But he just says, "Yeah, we'll go there." And I get all that. We've done it every year,
And it's worked.
and it's worked. But it's
different
a
times.
pandemic. It's there's this thing that's going about that's keeping us all in.
Right, last wee bit, Jackson Irvine. Your friend Paul, give us a bit of inside knowledge into Jackson Irvine.
He's a big friend of mine, the Aussie Warrior.
Is that what you called him?
Give
Give us a wee Aussie accent.
Rap Bruce. Oh, it was so shy. I just felt the room.
Surely if you're doing this show, you say good day, mate.
I know.
He's went right, Bruce.
Good day.
Right, Bruce.
I know.
I actually felt the room just, disgusting. Oh, fuck. Anyway, Jackson Irvine, Simon.
Hold me in your arms, don't let me go. I want to stay forever, closer each day.
See that HPB? I've done that in Australian, didn't I?
Barry, mate, I fight behind you.
Hey, Barry.
Right, sorry, the big fella.
Yeah, what a man. An unbelievable family, Simon. He's a...
With the Jackson family?
Oh, they're brilliant.
Don't blame it on the sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on the good times. Don't blame it on the game. What a family. Is that his family, is it?
Aye, he's part of them, aye. He was going to be the Jackson 8 side. Is that right? Is it Jackson 7? That's a bastard. No, that's what, honestly, Simon, I've been in many day trips with him, night shoot with them. The sister.
Day trips?
Aye. Aussies, they love day trips, don't they? So I used to, honestly, an unbelievable family. He's always been a wee bit.
He's a good player.
Aye, he actually had very good. The strongest thing I would say is his mentality.
Yeah.
An unbelievable mentality, and he'll bring a winner's mentality to Hibernian, and that's exactly what they need. The only worry I've got is religiously.
His ability.
He's a religiously Lord of the Rings fan. Like, obsessed with Lord of the Rings.
He's quite a cool guy. I like him.
He's so cool. Like, he's genuinely, like, since a young age, he's always been his own style and doesn't care what other people think. And I love that about him. Really good looking boy. Also very big, and I love that as well, Simon.
Mother of dragons.
I don't worry to share that about him, and I'm sure he won't worry about that. But the only worry, he's really obsessed with Lord of the Rings.
Right.
And I don't know if that's...
If that'll go down well.
The other worry, that he's no played since March, really. Hasn't he, no? So he's had a lot of...
Been looking for the ring.
But he does know the league. He does know the league.
He's trying to say he's like
He does know the league, and he's fit. He's a fit. I played against him. He's a fit boy.
I liked him at Ross County.
That's where I played against him. He was good.
I didn't know much about him, and that's what he is. Big, strong boy, box to box. And that's what...
Very precious.
Lord of the Rings.
He's quite honest.
Did you know have a movie at Lord of the Ring?
Aye. Order my ring.
Right, sorry Derek, can you go a bit analysis?
I liked what I watched him up at Ross County and box to box, likes a tackle as well. You're saying he's got a good mentality. Seems to be that way. I don't know what's been a matter. Is it,
He done well at Hull when he first went down there,
Is it
didn't
an
he?
injury? Has he just been out of favour?
No word to lie, right? Supposedly Newcastle wanted him 2 years ago, and a massive Chinese club wanted him. No, massive Chinese club. Chinese club wanted him for massive money, talking like 80,000, 90,000 a week. So it must have, looking at it now, he's got to have, it must have been a lie, but at the time I did believe so. But he loves rings, obviously.
But what you said about Gogic, I think he's a wee bit of an upgrade on Gogic.
Is he?
I think so.
But I was going to say, would they kind of play together, the two of them? Would they?
Maybe a wee bit too defensive, but he did score goals up here, didn't he? Playing that kind of
box to box, I would say.
The boy Newell's
So
been
if
playing
Gogic
brilliantly
sits,
for
might work.
Hibs, he came off with an injury the other night. The boy Newell, he's a good player.
He's very good, Tim, I like him.
But if you're saying that's an upgrade, I like Gogic in terms of the way he breaks up play, but you need a wee bit more.
Think
you
Nisbet
know,
will
with the
stay?
ball at your feet.
Think Nisbet will stay?
Who?
If I was Celtic and Rangers, I would take Nisbet.
Aye. What do you think he would cost? $1 million? $2 million?
Something like that.
How is
$1.5 million you'd get him
Million
for,
and a
wouldn't you?
half.
Aye.
I like
And he's
him,
still a
he's
work,
really
still
good.
a work
I
in
think he'll do well
progress.
if he goes to England. I think he will. I think he'll do well.
I want to keep him up here for them in the league now.
Sometimes you go, as you say, like the boy Wright, sometimes you got to go down, I've done it, down south and then come back up. You walk into the first team then, don't you?
Aye.
You know what I like about Nisbet? He smashes people on it.
Old schools like Alan Shearer.
His game is in, isn't it?
Alan Shearer.
Right.
Yeah.
Similar player. I think as well, but see, talk about doing England, I love a best player staying in Scotland, but for him, if you're looking at the Scotland in the summer, he didn't get called up for the one
Aye.
there.
Yeah.
So if he goes down England and plays every week, then...
Aye.
What level can he play at England, Paul?
I would say Championship the new. Listen, I don't know
They're talking about Sunderland, they're League One, but I think they're massive. That's
Would
a
you go
massive
to
club.
massive club?
Would you
It's
go to Sunderland as
it's
much as it's a
'cause if
massive
you do
club?
that, if you go down there, it gives you time to bed into
It
England.
seems toxic, that
Do
club.
you know what? English training is so different for Scotland. You get down there and they work you. They take the defenders away and they take the midfield away and they take the strikers away. Up here, everyone trains together, don't they?
Aye.
And it's
There's a lot of
stupid
that.
because it's so different situations. I couldn't believe it when I'm doing it. It's just so different the way the setup is. And if he goes to Sunderland and gets him promoted into the Championship, he'll be like a god.
Nisbet's a good
It's
story.
a massive club.
Nisbet's
Yeah,
a good story in terms of
Aye.
Thistle never worked out for him.
That's probably why he plays the way he does.
And he actually, he says himself, he wasn't maybe kind of behaving himself, wasn't he working hard enough. And he's turned it around, absolutely
Fair play,
brilliantly.
boy.
So it's a good story. It's the same with the boy Shankland as well.
Yeah.
He's in the limelight at the minute. Was at Aberdeen,
talk about that.
didn't do well.
We're gonna
goes
come to that then.
United. Aye, so guys that turn their careers around, I'd love to hear that, love to see it.
Aye.
You want to ask about the tattoos?
Aye. So the guy that made The Simpsons. Is that right?
Matt Groening.
Do you know him? Do you know The Simpsons?
Do I know Matt Groening?
No, do you know that? Did you watch The Simpsons?
Yeah, no, I hated it.
I've never been a big fan of Simpsons, but obviously one of the biggest in the whole world.
Groundskeeper Wally.
I know Homer. I know Homer.
So the guy that made The Simpsons,
Homer's Kev Kyle, he's on here.
he does remind me of him, didn't he? Do you want me to say this, Pat?
Right, go on.
Then it seems he's interested.
Go on, right, go
The
on.
guy that made The Simpsons
Right.
said his favourite football player in the world is Jackson Irvine. Because Jackson Irvine's, he's seen a picture of Jackson Irvine playing with the tattoo of Mos Eisley on his leg. I don't know The Simpsons. Fuck's sake.
I don't
know The Simpsons characters, but Mos Eisley must be a character in The Simpsons.
He's Mo, he works behind the bar.
Aye.
Mo. Aye. And I thought you're talking about Mo from EastEnders, I remember her. Or she wasn't behind the bar. She wasn't behind the bar, was she? No.
You didn't like her.
No, she was the bouncer.
Yeah.
She was the bouncer in the
Remember the Scottish guy in EastEnders? Trevor?
Oh, he was scary.
Trevor. And
Give us a Scottish accent, Trevor.
no, sorry, I can't do the accent because I embarrassed myself when I did it. Mo! Where are you, Mo? Fuck's sake. Right, honestly, lads,
go on
it's
then.
terrible. Let's move on to Shankland, guys.
No, I want to know about the tattoos.
Aye, so the guy clocked that tattoo and said it's his favourite player of all time. Jackson
So the
Irvine.
question is, have you ever played with anyone with weird tattoos?
Fuck's sake, I know that is a question.
No.
I know the Motherwell manager's got some weird tattoos. So.
No.
Paul, you?
Never played with anyone.
Your dad's got a dolphin on his lower back, isn't he?
Aye, and a wee arrow and all. Down there. Don't, it says, please enter or something. No, the other side to the dolphin, please enter. No, honestly, rubbish. Tattoos, nobody I really ever come across. There was a guy, I went in Morton for 2 days to ask to go and train, guy Rowan Vine.
Yeah, Ron Vine, I know Ron Vine.
He'd lots of tattoos and were a bit out there. And that was just, him and Gary O'Connor just terrorised that wee guy up at the Irish manager.
What was his name again? It's Stingy's dad, Dean Shields. Kenny Shields.
Oh,
That was the one Gary O'Connor did. Was doing I think I've talked this about a million times. I'll tell it again because you're in the doing a possession drill side. He stopped it, Kenny Shields stopped it, and as he's walking to show you the players what to do, Gary O'Connor just clipped his heels.
What a hero.
I was only in 2 days and I'm like, just on there. But the manager, what he done, the manager turned around and just looked at Gary O'Connor and went, as if, I'm not going to say it. So,
Big Gas had an Armani tattoo.
So he did.
Robbie Savage also had an Armani tattoo.
Armani.
I heard.
But I tell you one,
I've got a tattoo on my arse. And I've got...
No,
What? Hey,
look here, he meant that he should have bought
No, the body's terrible just now, mate. Walk down fat.
You're just at the gym, aren't you?
No. I've got one on my arse as well. You don't see that?
Aye, on you go, going.
We had a guy at Dundee, Ian Davidson, had Only God Can Judge Me
Aye.
on his neck.
No,
He's doing his Tupac.
He's got it removed now. He's a really good guy, but God is judging. He's saying you're a dick. Tupac. Well, that's funny you should say that. Andy Hinkle had Thug Life tattooed across his
So he
stomach.
did, aye. He did.
And he was thinking about getting a teardrop.
Oh, he was good. But I'm good doing well if he goes to America.
You get tattoos?
No.
None? I thought you'd be a tattoo. Both of you, nah?
I've got a tattoo on each shoulder, but it's my daughter.
A guy doing England.
My wee,
Oh, your wee daughter.
that I lost when she was 7 weeks, so it's personal. It's personal, innit? That's. But I've actually kind of warned her loose about the tattoos.
I nearly got
I think
one.
you just see so many players running about in their tattoo.
You're a typical damn man. You've got one about tattoos. I'm amazing, man.
But unless it's something like kind of means.
Aye, I went in to get one when I was at Isle of Man, but I was pissed and I was lying there and I got, and I just packed the shit myself. So,
Well, I've got another. Well,
when I heard the zzz,
he watches this all the time. See my oldest son, when he loves a tattoo. When he heads away on holiday, he always comes back with women's tattoos, women's names tattooed on his body.
Oh,
Love that for him. What does that mean?
I didn't get doing too well when
but she
a
didn't.
girlfriend, didn't he?
It's her name on it.
That's quite bright, isn't it?
It's her name. Has he got her name tattooed?
What?
Has he got his new bird's name tattooed on him?
He's single at the moment and he's quite happy being single, but he used to come back for certainly Tenerife with 3 or 4 lasses tattooed on his...
What was the lass's name's like Willman?
Aye, and then he's had to cover them up and he's got all different new... He's half his nut, man. Damn, you're a crack.
Is he handsome?
Oh, aye.
who?
Oh,
Let's put a wee play at any girls looking for a nice young man,
Aye.
part of the Ferguson family. Add him on. What's his Instagram? Do you know?
is he on Instagram? I don't know.
Darren Ferguson. Is it Darren Ferguson?
I don't think he is on Instagram.
Doing a good job at Peterborough just now as well.
Great job at Peterborough.
Right, Lauren Shanklin, is it goal season?
Yes.
Oh, brilliant.
You love Shanklin, so on you go. I'll let you.
Listen, it just shows you the awareness. I always said he's a good finisher, he's a good striker. The awareness was different class. I thought it was brilliant.
Great goal.
Just, I mean, I never seen it. I never seen it. I seen the goal, but I never seen it. When he got the ball came, I thought, you can't see it for the telly, you know. The awareness he had to see the boy off his line and to execute that is, I thought it was
Top
great.
draw.
I thought it was different class.
Aye. Even his part in the first goal was great. The ball fed into him, just holds it up, waits for the runner, wee Clark half him, and just lays it in.
He's never happy with just that wee bit in that. He's got to add. I like it.
But he's a good football player.
He has good touch, yeah.
And that's what I tell you what, at the start of the season, I was trying to think who he scored the goal against. He scored a brilliant volley. He was actually going away for goal, and he had to improvise. It was a brilliant goal, and then that is brilliant. Yes. Where he is at the angle, you know, wide, he's going at pace as well. And he didn't just clip it, he drilled it. It's a great strike, wasn't it? Aye.
He's got a lovely touch in it. See when the ball comes up to him, I think he's always got a nice touch.
He's a clever football player.
No heard.
He is a clever football player, he is. He's not just a goal scorer.
No. Aye.
I like his movements. I said that when he got in the Scotland team, I thought his movement, he moves like a striker. You know, the big boy McBurney and Burke, they're no strikers. You know, they've not got the movement like Coisty. The ball get dropped to the keeper. Coisty was there. He's got that same
instinct.
Yeah, can you get
you can't make that.
Can you get Coisty on here next week?
Coisty's too busy.
He loves
He does his own everything.
Phone him.
He loves you too, man.
No, you can't get him on the phone.
Paul, is it your goal this season?
Tumbles free kick.
By the way, different class, wasn't it?
Right, boys, you're on the coupon.
Right, here we go.
Forgot about the coupon.
Best part of the week.
Best part of the week.
By the way, I am shite.
Let Mackie go first.
I know, you are shite at it.
Let me go first.
You want me to pick
alright.
for you?
Can you help me?
Aye.
We can just put it in your name, can't we? We can just dub your voice over my voice into your mouth. So you try and
Right.
you try when I'm saying
go.
it, you mouth
Right,
it.
okay.
So Derek, you can ask. You say you're asking Slaney, but I'll answer. And
Right.
you
Aye.
Right, for Slate.
Right.
I think I'm going to know what you're saying.
guess.
Guess.
I'll see you saying it and I'll go for it.
Right.
Right, Paul. This is
It's that bad Chinese film.
this is your week, right? We're going Ross County at home to Aberdeen.
Aberdeen.
No, Simon, I'm going to do it myself.
Right. Okay, mate.
Derek, you ready?
Aye,
I'm
right,
going to go for draw.
Oh,
Right, aye. Good
You're
week.
right. You are shite at
Aye,
it.
big Yogi in there. He said a wee bit of time to work with him. So,
Yeah.
Aye. Hamilton at home to Dundee United.
I'm going to go for draw.
Even with Shanklin on fire. You're
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Paul.
Right, we'll go next up, St Johnstone.
Derek, sorry, rewind. Dundee United.
Right, St Johnstone v St Mirren.
Draw.
Celtic, this will be interesting. Celtic v Livingston.
Celtic.
Hibernian versus Kilmarnock.
Hibernian.
Motherwell, the Steel Men versus Rangers.
Rangers.
Alloa versus Hearts.
Hearts.
Alloa beat them the last time. Hearts, you know that.
So they did 3-1 with something.
Aye, but they'll be that in the back of their mind.
Okay, good man. Dundee versus Ayr.
Dundee.
Queen of the South versus Arbroath.
The Queen of South rubbish. Are they struggling?
No,
Both
they're in a
are
wee
quite-
bit of form.
Let's go for a draw.
Okay. And Wraith Rovers versus Inverness.
Draw.
Right, what a
some
draw is
draws,
he
yeah.
jumping
Aye, 'cause I
up?
didn't go for draws last week. And
Aye.
Frank, okay,
aye.
Frank, I'll ask you, Frank.
Come on then.
Or side, do you want to add, Frank?
On you go, mate.
Ross County, Aberdeen.
Aberdeen.
Hamilton, Dundee United.
Dundee United.
St Johnstone, St Mirren.
Draw.
That's what I'm for.
Celtic, Livingston.
I know I like Livingston. I'm going to go for a draw.
Oh, wow.
I know, I hope no. I hope
Hibs,
Celtic
Kelly.
win. Hibs.
Motherwell, Rangers.
Rangers.
Alloa, Hearts.
Hearts.
Dundee, Ayr.
Dundee.
Queen of South, Arbroath.
Queen of South.
Give us a goal scorer for
Inverness.
Queen of the South.
And
Who's the
Inverness.
goal scorer goal for Queen of the South?
The wee guy up front.
Wraith Rovers versus Inverness, Frank.
Inverness.
Well done.
Yes, Frank. Right, Derek, you ready, mate?
Yes.
Ross County versus Aberdeen.
Aberdeen.
We need a wee Ferguson goal, don't we? We need a,
Aye. By the way, he was desperate for that game to go ahead last night. He'd have played in the car park if he could. He
Can
wouldn't
it? So
have-
Gary Holt's bus is still there. There's no room in the car park, mate. I'm sorry.
Forgot about that.
He's left it. Hamilton versus Dundee United.
Again, it'll be a tight game, but I think Dundee United will just edge it. You know, I'd like to see Hamilton win, but my head says Dundee United just.
Paul McMillan going to Dundee, good signing.
Aye, good player,
Decent.
innit? Aye.
Yep.
Yep.
St Johnstone versus St Mirren.
I'm going to plump for a draw there as well. Yep. Same as the marker.
Translate, Celtic v Livingston.
I'm not the same as Marky here. I think Celtic will just have enough. I know Livingston have been in brilliant form, but I just think Celtic will edge that one.
Okay, Hibs versus Kilmarnock.
Right, this is the one I'm going to throw in. Kilmarnock.
Oh.
Yep, I'm going to go Kilmarnock.
Based on.
Well, I watched them last week against Hamilton Accies. I think they've got a lot of good players, experienced players, Kilmarnock. Hibs have been a wee bit of a slump, albeit they get the draw at Celtic Park, but that's the one. I look at, you know, something that kind of a wee bit different. I think Kilmarnock might just edge it. Again, it'll be tight. It could be a draw. If I was going to go for it, I'd say a draw, but I'm going to Kilmarnock just to edge it.
Why does Kilty not play every week?
Well, they will now, obviously, with
Would you-
Brophy no involved.
Good, I like Kilty.
Kilty was
like tight things in the
Kilty
programme.
was a class act last week because he found that wee bit of space between the defence and their midfield, and on the half turn his goal was top drawer as well. Good wee player, always like Kilty.
Same.
It's Mackenzie and Burke and all,
Yeah.
you know, so they've got a wee bit up top.
Okay, Motherwell versus Rangers.
Rangers,
Okay, Alloa versus Hearts.
Did you not think about that one now?
they'll have the bit between their teeth, Rangers. Alloa versus Hearts, Hearts. Gary Mackay-Stevens going to be, see, be involved?
I think he will be involved,
Aye.
isn't
What a signing that is,
he?
man.
Yeah, good signing.
Hearts in it.
Hearts, he's went to me. Dundee versus there.
Dundee.
You go for a swim.
Charlie Adam probably be a 35 yarder as well. There you go.
Some left foot in it.
He's been brilliant since he's went
What
there.
a player that guy is.
Charlie Adam.
His left foot's a
top.
joke.
It's amazing.
Man, a brilliant striker. I love watching Charlie Adam.
Queen of the South versus Arbroath.
And I'm going to go with Queen of the South
Yes.
at home. Aye, they've hit a wee bit of form. So
Sticky.
for wee Magic Johnson, who's in charge, and Sandy Clark, good lads. Yep. Queen of
What's the
South.
story why it's called Sticky?
I don't know about that. When I was at Hearts with Alan, it was Magic, it was called. So I don't know, you need to ask. These two guys are very inclined to know about Sticky rather than me.
Last but not least, John McGlynn's Raith Rovers versus John Robertson's
Who's the wee guy,
Inverness.
Kai Thingy
Kai Kennedy.
Kai Kennedy.
He's been back to
He
Rangers,
was
so.
playing with Inverness, a terrific wee player,
Yeah, he's
by
good.
wide player. So Raith Rovers have just signed him. I think that could just be the difference in the game on Saturday. So I'm going to go with Raith Rovers.
Perfect.
And I always plump for wee Robbo's team.
Aye.
You notice, but I've
You'll be
just...
happy you're on the phone.
Right.
I'll tell you, he'll be plumping someone on the bus journey done. Paul, you singing us out?
I'll give you a movie quote for a movie first to guess
I think
it.
you should
Right,
make
go
a jacket about like
Ready?
Grand Prix.
Ready?
First
Right,
to
ready?
get- First
First
to
to-
get. Do you feel lucky, punk?
Um,
Do you feel lucky, punk?
taxi driver.
No, it's a
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood.
Oh yeah, it's Good, the Bad and Ugly.
No.
No.
It's making my
Dirty
No,
day.
isn't it? It was
Dirty Harry.
Aye,
Dirty Harry. That's it. Dirty
It's
Harry.
making
Well
my
done.
day, punk.
Huh? What?
Aye.
What?
Right, cheers.